Hello, my name is Scott Ingram and I'd like to welcome you to Lab 11, Maintaining Windows Server 2008 File Services. We have three different things we're going to be doing today. We're going to demonstrate configuring shadow copies, then we're going to demonstrate configuring disk quotas, and then we're going to, after each one, prove that both are working. So let's get started. Alright, the first thing we need to do is turn on shadow copies. So we're going to go down here to our Start button, click Start, click Computer, and we're going to come to the local disk C. We're going to right click that and we're going to click Properties. Here we see our Properties tab. Up here is the shadow copies. We're going to click on that. As you can see, right now our shadow copies has the next runtime as disabled. We are going to click to enable. It tells us that if we enable shadow copies, Windows will use the default schedule and settings and create a shadow copy of the selected volumes right now. So we're going to do that. We're going to click yes to confirm that. You can see here some of the things in it. Here's settings. It's on the C drive. 4,095 megabytes is the use limit. We can schedule it if we like for different periods of time whenever we want shadow copies to run. Now that we've turned on shadow copies, we're just going to go down through here and type in a UNC path to go to that share. And right there it is, so we're going to click on that and open it. Here is our text file. We're going to open up the text file, and you can see right there are some contents that I'd already placed within this text file. Right here is text that I'm adding right now during this part A of the exercise. And I'm going to save that. So now it's saved, and close it. Alright, now to show some of the functionality of shadow copies, I'm going to right click on that, and you can see I have Restore Previous Versions. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click Open on that one. And this is what I had when I first turned on shadow copies. Now we're going to go down here to the Start button. We're going to click on Computer. Go back to the C drive. And we're going to click Properties. Go back up here to the Shadow Copies tab. Now we're going to create a second shadow copy that will store the information that I just now inserted into it. As you can see, I've now created the second shadow copy of the Lab 11 share. I'm going to click OK. Now let's return to the Lab 11 shared folder. Alright, we're going to go in here, we're going to click on this, and we're going to accidentally delete our text file. Yes, our text file is gone. So now we're going to go out here to our Lab 11 folder. We're going to right click on it. We're going to click Restore Previous Versions. It gives us two different options in Restore Previous Versions. We can open our version here, the latest one. Let's see what it is. And that shows us the contents of our text that we added. Or we can take this older version, open it up, and that gives us that information. But we want to keep all our information. So we're going to click on the one we made at 2:12 p.m. and we're going to click Restore. It says, are you sure you want to restore that previous version? We're going to say, yes, we do. And it says it's been successfully restored to the previous version. Okay, well, let's see if that's true. We'll go into our Lab 11 folder. There it is. There's our text file. And as you can see, it is at that same period in time when we're supposed to have it. So shadow copies, we can effectively say, is working. Right, now we're going to create some Quota templates. We're going to go into our administrative tools, into our file server resource manager. And right down here is our Quota management underneath that file server resource manager. Here's our Quota, and here's our Quota templates. Originally I had created a Quota template, but I'm going to create a different Quota template. We're going to call this template Stop Files. It's going to have a limit of 1 kilobyte, which means it will be at a hard quota, and they'll not be able to exceed that limit, which means pretty much nothing is going to be able to be created. So we're going to click OK. So now we have our Stop Files Quota template, 1 kilobyte hard. Now we're going to go back up into our quotas. We're going to right click that quota and we're going to click Create a Quota. We're going to click on Browse. We're going to click on our 2030 Lab 11 share that we created earlier, and we're going to click OK. Now we're going to click right here on our derived properties from this Quota template. We're going to go down to our Stop Files template, and we're going to click Create. So now we have created the Stop Files on the 2030 Lab 11 share. We're going to attempt to create a new file. Let's attempt to create a bitmap image. Whoa! There's not enough space on this list C. 0 bytes is needed to copy this item. Delete or move files to have some space. So it tells us that we cannot get through. Why? Because we have set up these disk quotas. We thank you for watching this last lab in 2030.